a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. I'm going to go ahead tonight. We're going to go over anybody has any questions about uh, what we heard this morning. Gail, she went ahead and she had a video going with how to join the One Marketplace. Well, you can find it now as of 3 hours ago. You can find it in the R3G team, or you can go on the Telegram channel. They're both up on both ones. So if you have anybody, especially all the upline members, you have guests on the call or any new members that you just brought in, go ahead and let them know that they can go on the Telegram channel or the R3G team, and they'll get clarity exactly step by step. Gail goes over it and shows you exactly what buttons to push to become a smart shopper or to become a premium pro. So tonight, we're gonna start with two testimonies, and I'd like to bring one testimony on. I think Jim Stoll, are you in tonight? You're on tonight? See if he's here yet.
I sure am.
Great. Well, we have some guests on. I know I brought a few guests on myself. So they want to hear more about the products tonight and how to join.
Well, I can tell you one thing. From the very beginning, when we saw where we were going to go with One Marketplace and Seaforth, we thought, are the products going to benefit us? And I can tell you they have. I've gone from 13 medications down to 3. I have glaucoma, and I don't have to use those drops that I had for 4.5 years, Bob. But also, too, I've lost weight with our Perfect Food, Perfect Body. But I was in a lot of pain. I'm an old jock from the 70s, and having those pains, uh, as you know, and everybody knows, they don't go away as you get older. They get worse. But these products have actually helped me not only control that pain, but help me also. Like my wife says, she's got a new man now. I don't know about that, but I'm just excited about where we are, Bob, and all the great things that you and Gail are doing, and Brian and Frank and everybody else. It's just tremendous what we have. And I can't say enough. And I will say this in close. If you're here for the first time, if this is your first time, please get back to that person who invited you and find out about One Marketplace and also how these products can help change your world for the better. You got nothing to lose, folks, but a lot to gain. Thank you, Bob. Back to
That
you.
was awesome. Thank you very much for your testimony. See all the guests on the call and the new members. These are some of the products that Seaforth has now on the One Market side and also on the Seaforth side. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's call another person. I believe Dan Cartel. Would you go ahead and unmute yourself?
Hey Bob, I'm on my phone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, you're doing great on your phone.
Oh, good. Yeah. My computer got sick, so it's in the operating room. So hopefully I'll get it by tomorrow.
Give it a
And
little
I'm,
acai.
yeah, I
Go to
wish I
bed
could.
tonight.
I wish I could. I need you to send me that company you use too, and I'll sign up for it when I get my computer back for
Oh
the
yes, I'll get
computer.
that. I'll
Thank you
send
very
that to
much.
you tonight. Yep.
So yeah, everybody, what a great company, Seaforth, and now One Marketplace ready to launch. I've never been this excited since I can remember. But I joined last April 15th, and even before I got my products, I signed up 7 premier members. It was that fast, so I knew we had something good. That 10-minute video did it, and the Zooms and the support of you and Brian and Gail. It's just been tremendous, and Rick Mooney is my sponsor. So when I got my acai first, I did 2 straws that morning in my coffee. I have arthritis on my hip, right hip and right knee. And within about an hour, I just not even think about it. The pain was gone, and I love to walk. And before then, I didn't walk as much because, of the pain. But anyway, I did a mile, next day, a mile and a half. Now I'm back up to 2.5, 3 miles a day. No pain. Feel great. The energy's through the roof. Then a few days later, I got the perfect food for the perfect body. I've lost weight. It's a meal replacement, folks, so it pays for itself many times over. And now I used Thrive tape for the swelling in my left foot, and I love the blaze. I get over 100 miles per tank on my Honda Ridgeline. So on the business side, um, I reached gold in about 70, 72 days. I stopped counting over 500 people in my group. People come in every day. I don't know who they are. Clarence is on fire. He's one of my leaders. Um, Roberto's got people. Brian Charles is on fire. So please, everybody, if you're not trying the products, just get some and try it. Everybody's different. Everybody needs these products for their health because wealth without health is really meaningless. So
Yep.
do your due diligence, do your studying on the products, and get ready for a wonderful ride, everybody. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your testimony there, Gold Executive Dan Cartel. That is awesome. Thank you. We're going to go ahead, everyone. Gail's going to show the guests on the call and the new members on the call. It's going to be called, it's a One Marketplace video. All right, we're ready, Gail.
Go.
Our questions, everyone, is going to be a little bit different than we have the last 3 days. We're going to go ahead and go through the program like we did before with more clarity about the products, more clarity about how you can build your business. So that way there, you can bring more pods in to the One Marketplace. We're ready, Gail.
Welcome, everyone. Now that you've had time to view the 10-minute video.
Hold on a second.
Welcome, everyone. Now that you've had time to view the 10-minute video explaining One Marketplace, let's break it down so that you understand how unique this global opportunity really is and how lives are going to be affected all over the world. This is a major disruptor to how people will actually shop and create income in the future. Let's take a look and see what it takes to get started. All you have to do to have your own home-based business is pay $14.95 a month. That's it. You have no other expense. Most businesses, if you took a look at a McDonald's, it's $1 million, $1.5 million, or pizza parlors or whatever. It could be in the hundreds of thousands. This is only $14.95. That's your only expense to have your own home-based business. For that, you get private access to One Marketplace. One Marketplace has hundreds of products right now, but in the very near future, it's going to have thousands and thousands of products available. Just understand, this is going to be sort of like an Amazon, but you're going to get paid commissions. Also, you'll receive $30 a month in hotel credits every month. That's $360 a year. That can be carried over from year to year until you're traveling. You're also going to take a look here at a $100 bonus that they give you for doing nothing. Doing nothing means all you do is pay your $14.95 a month. If you do nothing with it, you don't share it with anyone, you eventually will have $100 a month coming to you. That's a great return on a $14.95 investment every month. Also, in the near future, there's going to be a half ounce of silver that's going to be provided to you as long as you're putting a business together. Now, the last part is the most important. You can now own those community pods, as many of them as you want. And everyone that's filled in with 2,047 people, of which you only put one in, the rest was done for you, can generate somewhere between $10,000 a month or more for each one. So you can see here how you actually get paid to get started. Now let's take a look and see how this works. The red dot is you. You can see all those circles there, those rings. They're being filled in by people all over the world. So there's people right now getting in from the US, Canada, Mexico, South America, Africa, eventually Asia and all the EU companies are going to be on board. So this is going to be a global community experience for people. But that red dot, now it's up to you. How many other people would you share a $14.95 business that can generate this kind of benefit and income? That's entirely up to you. You can have as many as you want. So there'll be 2,047 people. You can see those white out areas. As they're filling in through the rings fill, you're going to see that eventually it'll fill into a maximum of 2,047, of which you only put one in. That's all you can do. So if you're willing to do two things, you're willing to pay your $14.95 a month, and you're willing to share this with other people, that's all you do. The rest of it is done for you. So now let's take a look and see what happens when all those green dots are filled in. You can see here, eventually the rings started filling in. They fill in, duplicating every single ring until your pods are totally filled in. So the only thing I recommend is you get your green dots as close to the red one as you can, so that when they fill in, you're making money sooner and faster. Okay. Now let's take a look and see how this fill happens. You can see the green dot. That's all you do. Now it doubles 11 times, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, up to 2,047, of which you only put in one. Now what happens is that membership fee of $14.95, you get 65 cents on every one of those people as it fills in each one of your pods. It can go up to $2, and I'll explain that here at the end. So that's up to you if you want to increase that amount. But that's your membership fees. So that can go anywhere from $1,300 to $4,000 on each pod. Now, shopping, you also get paid for shopping. So however number of people you have who are paying the $14.95, that's the number of shoppers you have. So if you had 128 people on that ring, you would get 128 shoppers and membership fees. So that's simple to understand. But the average shopping would be a $3 commission to you. And that's only for $70. And you're going to see where that number is extremely low. So when you put it all together, that's $6,000 for that community pod just on the shopping. Next, we're going to show you how that combines. And you can see here where eventually that can turn into $10,000 per month plus per community pod. So it's up to you. How many do you want? We have people who are putting in 10 people in a week. We have people putting in who say they're going to put in 100, 1,000. It's entirely up to you. You can have the number of pods you want determined on how much money you actually want to make. Let's take a look at the next one. You get paid two ways. You get paid in your choice of gold, silver, crypto, or cash, plus something called smart dollars. Smart dollars is the most ingenious thing you're going to see. It makes your business grow forever. So that's pretty simple to understand. You get paid two different ways, your choice. You can change how you want to get paid from month to month. Now let's take a look at the next one, and you're going to find out here. This is the most important one to understand, and that's why we want to go through this in depth. You can see there at the top, you can see number of smart shoppers. They're all the green dots. Then you have how do you want to get paid? Gold, silver, cash, crypto. And then you have your smart dollars, which I'll explain here. And then you have the red. The red is the maximum you can make for having that many shoppers in your pod. So let's take a look now. Remember the red dot I told you about in the beginning? That was you. If you do nothing, the do nothing bonus would pay you 50% of it in your cash and 50% in smart dollars. That would be, you would max out at $100. That's all you can make. But for a $14 investment, that's a pretty good return. Now let's suppose you want to get in this because you really want to make money. You want to change the life for you and your family. Suppose you put one in, and that one could be your spouse. It could be a child. It could be a friend. It could be somebody that you just ran into who was looking for an opportunity. But you put one dot in. You started one pod. Now it maxes out at $500 every month, 50 of it in your cash, silver, gold, or 50% in your shopping dollars. Now, let's suppose you really wanted to make more money. Suppose you wanted to make, let's say, $5,000 a month. Well, if you put in 5 people, that's it. 5 people anywhere in the world who want to change their life, you have now 5 green dots. You have 5 pods that you started. Now you can see what's happening with the cash. It's going up and your smart dollars are going down. So now you're putting more of the cash, crypto, and whatever in your pocket. But $5,000, how many people's lives would that change, especially on a global basis, to have $5,000 a month coming in? Look what they do here. If you just go one more, if you put one more in to number 6, it doubles how much money you can make on a monthly basis. So let's jump down to number 9. Number 9, if you had 9 people anywhere in the world that you put in for $14.95, you can max out at $50,000 a month. But if you go one more, 10, that's what maxes out. My goal for everybody is to get a minimum of 10, because when that happens, that whole white area is filled in completely, and you can generate anywhere from 10,000 a month or more per pod. So that's totally life-changing. But look at the difference between 9 and 10. 50,000 maximum, and you put one more in, that's 100,000 a month. That's 1.2 million. There's going to be thousands and thousands of millionaires made because of connective marketing. This has never been done before in history. So now let's move on and realize what's happening with those smart dollars. As you can see, those blue arrows, this is the genius behind this opportunity, because it will continually pay you no matter what, because people have to shop. That creates more commission, which creates more smart dollars, which creates more shopping, and it just goes round and round and round. I have a good friend up in Canada. He was on the board of L'Oreal. He was also on the board of the Montreal Expos, the Major League Baseball team. When he saw this, he said this is the most ingenious thing he has ever seen, because it makes income completely coming in month after month after month. So now let's move on here and just see some of the things that we have available. This product line we already have, but as I mentioned, we have major companies lined up who want to become part of this. As you could see back on that other slide, if you had 50,000 a month coming in, or you had your 10th one, that's 100,000 a month. That means there would be $100,000 that you would have to spend if you had 100 pods. 100 pods would be $1 million a month. You would have to spend that on products. Well, these products here, you can't spend 100,000 on all of them. So we're going to have automobiles. We're going to have, maybe a motor home or major appliances or jewelry. How about high-end jewelry like a Rolex watch or something? These kind of products are going to be available here in the future for people who really build a big business. Let's take a look real quick at the Acai Plus. That's the most potent antioxidant, one of the most potent antioxidants on the planet. It has 30 fruits, vegetables, and herbs in it. Plus, it has 34 patents just on inflammation. Inflammation is part of every disease and ailment. So there's people taking this that all of a sudden a lot of pain and joints and muscles and all that are going away because this product is fantastic. The next product is something called Perfect Food for a Perfect Body. That's the one with the Romans on the front of it. Kevin Sorbo, who was he played Hercules in the movies, he's the spokesman for it. But where this product came from was the gentleman who created the very first weight loss product in the country back in the 70s for a shake. He had a major heart attack a couple years ago. His doctor said, you'll never be the same. You're going to have to, cut back. You lost half your heart function. He didn't settle for that. He put this product together like he did before. He put the formula together. It has 10 things that it does in the human body. He took it for a year, went back to his cardiologist at UCLA, and all of a sudden he had 100% heart function, lost 65 pounds. The cardiologist became a spokesman for that product. And then we have fuel catalyst and kinesiology tape and the CBDs. But we're going to have products, people, it's going to be like an Amazon. They're not going to be products like toothpaste or something, because you can't generate commission from them. They have to be able to pay out 11 levels of commission. So now let's take a look and see what you need to do to become part of this great opportunity. You want to become an affiliate. You want to get time-stamped. Time-stamp means the second you sign up, and that should be today, folks, you automatically get a time slot. And when we launch here in July with One Marketplace, you're going to be put in that position. That means when you timestamp today, anyone who gets in from now on, anywhere on the planet, they're being placed down in those rings below you. You can also become something called a Premier member. That's where you can eventually become a Premier Pro, which means we'll give you information on that here at a later time. But it means you're going to be able to take that 65 cents per everyone in your pod up to around $2. So that's a big increase, and that's something you really need to check into. Become the Premier member because there's an additional income stream that comes with that. And people who really want to make a lot of money, that's definitely where you want to be. So just get back to the person who showed you this and tell them you want to get timestamped. They're going to give you their invite code. You're going to be able to sign up immediately. You're going to get your own invite code, and you're going to be able to start putting affiliates in this right now. But right now, there's a special for $9.99 that it's a discount. Basically, it's a pre-launch until we launch in July, and then it goes to $14.95, and all those benefits start. So hopefully it made sense to you. Please get back to them, and please get time stamped as soon as you can.
Well, that was great. Thank you, Frank, for speaking on that video. We get a lot of clarity from that. All the guests on the call. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I want to let everybody know about this Seaforth marketplace. Everybody that you see going into the one marketplace is a Seaforth marketplace. Thanks to the Seaforth marketing, we all have the opportunity to go into the one marketplace, which we're doing right now. So for all the guests on the call, I'm going to call on Dan Martell just for a minute. Dan, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes, sir.
How's it feel to be a gold member? Get that bonus on silver and gold both?
Money's in the bank, bud.
I love it. Clarence Bowman, could you unmute yourself, please? You'll be here briefly.
Yeah, mass pay is fast.
Yes, mass pay is fast. What Dan is referring to is when you're sharing this information, creating a new pod to go into the one marketplace, you get paid. And how do you get paid? Through the mass. You can withdraw it right on the website on Seaforth. It's an amazing thing because you know why? You earned it. You earned to get paid because you earned it to share with somebody. Oh, here comes some more people in. That's great. Well, we're going to go ahead. I guess Clarence was on the call just a minute ago. So Gayle, Gayle, where's Gayle at? There's Gayle. How's it feel to get the money being a silver?
Bob,
Yes,
Al Davis here. Clarence is having trouble with his internet because we're having some tremendous rainy weather down here as we speak. So he's going to have a little trouble until he gets that worked out.
Oh, thank you for explaining that.
Okay.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Al. Yeah, so Gayle, you're a silver. Gayle, here's a silver. Now our next step is gold, and that's what she's working on. And Gayle is going to bring out a sheet of paper here in a minute, and she's going to show everyone how to build a business. She's building an empire under one lady. This one lady is a friend of her. Her name is Denise from New Mexico. I, myself, and Gayle are going to be heading down next week, and we're going to be bringing in a lot of people underneath this lady. We're going to be live. I think we're going to make it where people can see all the people coming in. We're having a big Yahoo down there in New Mexico, up in the mountain, about 6,500 feet, out in the middle of the woods, with a lot of people, and they're going to be watching every one of you on this. So we're going to. That's what we're doing right now. We're not stopping. We're just going to keep moving. The train's moving. Dan, you spoke to Dan. Where's that gentleman? There's another gentleman here. I know he's on the call. Jim Stahl. How's it feel to get a bonus check? You there, Jim?
Bob, I'm here. What do you?
Yes. How does it feel to get a bonus check when you become a bronze,
Oh,
silver, and gold?
I can tell you right now, it's like Christmas. You
It
get
is,
those
Chris.
those extra bonuses that everybody has the opportunity of getting. And the wonderful thing about it is that you did nothing more than just help a few people. And as your organization's growing, as you know, Bob, it it, it just happens. I mean, this compensation plan is like no other compensation plan I've ever seen in my 48 years. And I know Frank has said it, and you've said it, and Brian said it and everything else, but we really feel like we have hit, the Mecca, coming in this company and being with Mark Board. But we're at the very beginning. Everybody here literally has the same opportunity that we all do. Now, everybody else just needs to take the opportunity that was afforded unto us. And when I saw it, you saw it, Brian saw it, Frank saw it, he just said, wow, we're ready to go. And it's because probably not because we're older, we're just getting better, but also too, we found ourselves in saying, you know, all our lives we've been looking for a business like this, never thinking we'd ever have the opportunity, but it's here. And it literally is going to change the world. And hopefully, folks, those of you who are here for the first time, and those of you who've been here for some time, you're going to help make a difference and change the world for the better with one marketplace in Seaport. So we're excited, and we're excited to have you part of our team.
Yes, this is a dream team right here, everyone. You're in a great team. We have great leaders. We have Brian Cromley. We have Frank who's on the call. And I like to call upon Frank. And Frank is a founding member of this company, everyone. So he's gone up the levels. How's that feel to go up the levels? Frank,
Always feels good to go up, Bob.
always go up. Not I agree on that one. Oh my gosh. Yes, you've had so much success in your life, over 40 years of sharing information with people. What's your what would you like to tell the people about the opportunity that everybody on this call and the guests that are on this call, what they can achieve with building a business?
All right, like Bob said it, I've been involved in network marketing for 40 years. And I got to the point within 2 years where I haven't had a job in the last 40 years. And here's the main thing, what that meant. It's not a big deal. What I did was I reached financial independence and freedom. Um, I came up the way most people did. Get a good education, get a good job. You get out there, you're trying to go from point A to point B in your life, and all of a sudden you realize that what you're doing isn't going to get you there, even if you have the college education. In fact, kids today in the trades are making more than kids getting out of college. And so it's a matter of you need the right vehicle. Let me say it that way. And we were able to watch every single game that our kids had, every single game. Sometimes we were the only parents there because everybody else was out working. But we earned it, just like you're going to earn it in this business. Okay. But you have an opportunity of a lifetime. I keep telling people if I had this opportunity here today with Seaforth and One Marketplace, I'd be a billionaire today. But one of my big dreams is that you always have to have a dream. Some of you, that dream may be a new home or a new car. Some of you give more money away to charity. Some of you it's just going to be debt free. Some of you just want to have something for retirement, to retire in self dignity. They say it's your golden years. For a lot of people, it's the rusted years. They can't enjoy it because they never had an opportunity like this. Where can you get in a business for $14.95 and literally become a millionaire if you're willing to do it? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. So you need to take advantage of it. These things don't come along. It's amazing the fact that you may never see anything like this again the rest of your life. In fact, I'll guarantee you probably won't.
Mhm.
Grab a hold of it. Get excited about it. Have a dream. Okay. Mine is at my age, I'm 80 years old. I have more energy than, people in their 20s. Because why? I have a dream. I love helping people. You know who I like helping the most? I like helping my kids and my grandkids. So I'm helping them put a business together. And I don't want them to go through the stuff I went through in life. I don't want them to have to deal with people you don't want to work for the amount of money you don't want to work for, and never get to the goals and dreams that you want. So, whatever that dream or goal is, you have to focus on it, claim it. I tell people if you have a dream or a goal, dream it in Technicolor. When I mean that, I mean if you want a new home, go out and visit the home so you know exactly which one you want. If you want a new car, go out and drive it. Play the radio in it. Find out if you like it. I had somebody one time say, "Oh, my dream home." For 20 years, they went past this house. It was up on a hill. They said, "My dream home. One day I'd like to buy that home." Well, 20 years later, it came up for sale. So they ran up to that house to look at it. They walked in the door and they said, "I hate it," because they just didn't like that house. They thought they would like it because they never visited one like it, so they didn't know. But how great would it be to tear up the credit cards? You know, people are in debt today like never before in history. If you paid a minimum payment, it takes over 33 years to pay it off. Why don't we show them how to pay it off now? Why don't we take the pressure off of people? People are dying and getting diseases because of stress in their life because they do not have a vehicle. After today, you can't say, "I never had an opportunity." You may or may not take advantage of it, but you can never say, "I didn't have a chance." Because you have people that you're looking at on the screen, they're willing to take their own time, money, energy to help you be successful. Because that's the way it works, guys. I want to find 10 people who want to make more than me and help them do it. If I want to make more, if I want 20, then I want to find 20 who want to make more than me and do it. That's what life is all about. You always feel better giving than you do receiving. And that's why these guys are so excited to help somebody. When you see somebody never had a chance, like some of these countries that people are coming in, it's going to change their lives. It's going to change their destiny for them and their kids. Understand what we have our hands on, folks. Get a big dream and get a bigger one the next time you hit that level and get a bigger one after that. Because there's nothing more exciting than to live your life full. In other words, wear yourself out. Okay? Don't rust out. Wear yourself out.
Thank you, Frank. Now that's a founder of this company, everyone. See, he has a dream. A founder is a visionary. He sees the future. He sees what's beyond the trees where there's homes. He's a founder because he did the action. And a lot of people on this call, you're building your business because you have a dream. Just like he was talking about, what is your dream? And tomorrow morning, we're going to watch that video, everyone. What is your dream? There is a video out. It's a great video that Seaport, that Mark put out. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hand it over to Gail right now. And she has, go ahead, Gail. You can go ahead and let everybody know what you're doing.
Yeah, well, one thing that we can really embrace with this company is that the sky's the limit. And you can create anything you want with this company as far as building strong legs and building a strong foundation. So I'm going to share with you what I'm doing with a friend of mine. I've known her for 40 years. She's a small company, actually out, I'm going to show you where she lives because I think it's kind of fun. So she has 14 employees. Okay, so she lives in the middle of the Gila wilderness. And let me just find her little house right here. And I'm going to show it to you real quick because it's kind of fun. So
Quite a drive, too.
yeah, we'll point out. So anyway, first I'm going to do is show you where she lives. We're going there on July 17th. And what I'm really excited to let you know is we're going to run the Zoom. We're going to do this opportunity Zoom from her place in her factory with all of her employees and the people that are associated with this. And just while I'm mentioning that, write it down. It's going to be July 17th. And we're actually starting an hour later. So it'll be 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go set up and we're going to go, we are going to go and have the Zoom from there, and we're going to do it from the back of her shop. So basically, this is out in the middle of nowhere. This is the little town of Mogollon up over here, which I think is off the.
How many people live in Mogollon? 10?
Oh, I think 3 people live in Mogollon. But this is her 35 acres right here, everybody. I think you can see this. And it's really a cool piece of property. This right here is her factory right here. This is the barn where they keep a lot of stuff. This is her house right here. So we're going to be in this end of the factory having the meeting, just because I think it's fun to let you guys see where we're going to be. We're out literally. She built this business. She started in this back of this tractor trailer right here, making her products. And then she had this old, it was an old, I don't know, it was an old building that they turned in. They added on a piece here, and then they added on a piece here, and then they added on to here. So this is actually a really nice, long building. So I thought it was fun to kind of, now let me just back out of here. And you can kind of see, this is the 1-lane road. You've got Bob's favorite road, and he loves my driving. This is the hairpin turn where you can't see anybody coming. But if I scroll out, I mean, she's out in the middle of nowhere. And what she does is she employs some people that live down here in Glenwood. So she employs about 14 people, and they live in these little hamlets, and they drive every day up this road to her house. And so I'm going to invite you all to come to the come to that Zoom on that day, and you'll get to kind of see her shop and meet everybody. But what I want to do is show you the structure I created to help her become silver, and bringing all of her employees in. And so basically, she came into Seaforth, and I can't use my mouse here very well, but you see Denise at the top. And then we built out underneath her, all her employees direct to her. And then she's got the 10 pods down here on level 1. And then under her husband over here on the, I guess it's the left side of your screen, she's got 5 other pods there. And then under her business over here, she's got another 5 pods. So, she came in making 11 ultimate, and then 9 of the business. You can see over on the left the cost for her, and then the points that she got in the commissions under each level. And then she's already gotten back, a good portion of her investment right now. So what we're going to go do is we're going to go, and she's going to be a part of this Zoom that we're doing today, and it's going to be really similar to this. And we're going to have the testimonies, and we're going to actually, I'm going to make a special request of a few of you to make sure you're on that day to give your testimonies. And we're going to show them how to build their business. So each one of these pods, when we get done with them, we're having an incentive too. We're going to create an incentive. The first 6 people, we're going to bring product. They go out and get, 2 people or more. They're going to get either a PFPB or an acai. And Bob and I are staying an extra few days, and we're going to just have them sit down and make a list of about 20 people, as many as they can think of. And then we're going to start helping them, calling them right away, and we're going to help them get signed up. So we're going to create an environment and some excitement around this opportunity with them, and get the fire going, and help launch them. And what my girlfriend has created this for kind of a lot of them. We're doing it on a day where she's having an honoring party for there's about 5 of her staff. One of them's been here with 25 years, one for 20 years, and a few for 10. And then everybody else has been there at various times. But she throws good parties, she gives great gifts, and she takes really good care of her people. So this is a benefit to her employees. And we're going to go in and show them how to build a business as their retirement. and a legacy for their families. So now the other point I wanted to make, because I heard Frank talk the other day, now a lot of people have churches that they go to, and Frank, feel free to kind of embellish on what you said, but see Denise as being the church, or maybe the pastor and then the church underneath the and then these are all the parishioners, and the parishioners or would tithe to the church a $14.95 one marketplace position, and then we can go in and show these churches how they can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month or even $1 million a month. So I want to throw that out there as an option and an opportunity for people to think about getting their churches involved with this opportunity. And so, basically you can go out and look for people that you have relationships with that have small businesses, and go ahead and show them this opportunity, bring them on to one of these calls and the Zooms, and then work with your upline to help create this kind of a potential and possibility to make everybody, have a nice, strong financial and healthy background. So but I want to invite everybody July 17th. We're going to change the meeting to 11 Pacific time and 2 p.m. Eastern time. I want to invite everybody to come back. We're going to be running the Zoom from the back of her factory. And so you'll be able to see all the people that are part of these pods. It'll be a real kind of a fun, interactive and exciting adventure, a little bit different, but you can just kind of see the process. And we're going to share with them the testimonies, because they're working during that a lot of these times and then home, so they haven't been on the Zoom. So it's going to be a nice surprise for them. I'm really excited to show them how the system works. So that's my little sharing for today. And go ahead, Bob. What else do you have?
That's awesome. Yeah, that was great. Now, everyone, just what Gail shared with everyone is to go to silver. Who wants to go to bronze? 1,500 points. Who wants that's on each leg? And then you want to go to silver, it's 3,000 points. So that's as simple as can be. You bring in one person, you're a owner. You bring in two, you're a 1-star owner. You bring in three, you're a 2-star owner, and that's it. All you need is 2-star. I mean, to be a 2-star owner, then you can go up to bronze.
Right.
Then from bronze, right?
So let me
show the picture. Show them the picture. You have a picture of it?
the picture again. So that's what we
Yeah,
did.
there you go.
Yeah, so I want to just go into that because I was going to mention that. So basically, you see the 2 legs with the 5 paws underneath. Well, that's the 2 legs that makes her a 2-star owner, right? And so basically, when you have those legs, you don't want them. What I learned was you don't want your legs, any of your legs, to go over while you're getting to silver over 1,500. So we structured this so that she would go right to silver after we signed everybody up, which is what happened. She went to silver. So you need to have your 2 legs. Once you have one with at least 2 people, you're a 1-star owner maker. When you have 2, you're a 2-star owner maker. So not only did she get the silver bonus, but she also got the bronze bonus that month. So she went up 2 ranks in 1 month and got the bonuses, as you can see down at the bottom here. Not only did she get paid for all the levels, the different levels that I have listed here, she got the bronze bonus for 200 and then the silver bonus. So yeah, basically the key is building the 2 legs off of all the pods to make get up the ranks. So thanks for mentioning that, Bob. I wanted to make that.
Yeah, that's powerful, everyone. And the key is remember how Frank and also Brian, they always speak about the whirlpools. Well, these are the whirlpools. For every level you go up, you get whirlpools. And for every level you go up, you get that much more money on your downline, because they're buying a product. Everyone that buys a product, when you bring somebody in, you get paid. Even if you're not bringing them in again, you join once at $100 as a premium, You can go in the $234 package. You'll get $234 worth of products. Powerful package. You go in the $449 package, they duplicate the same thing as the $234, except you're getting $449 worth of products. And you can share that with people. I love it. I mean, that's where me and Gail came in. Brian came in. I know Norm, so many of us came in with that package specifically to be able to share it with others. People go, well, I want to drink that product, that acai. And I'll say, sure, we have it right here. And they love it. I went into the gym and I brought 21 people in the gym. Actually, 22 as of yesterday. So 22 people are drinking the acai and they're loving it. And they're getting the energy off of it. They're feeling better, their joints. And this is key. They're also on the perfect food for the perfect body. I take that perfect food for perfect body every day. And the acai, I'm healthy as an ox, but I love to take it because this is the key. Frank tells a story about having he had a little heart situation years ago. Now, just think if they would have drank that product before that, because this product is so powerful, it brought the owner. And matter of fact, tomorrow, let's do that 3-minute video while we're specifically talking about this. There's a 3-minute video with the owner of this company, Mark Seaforth. And he's going to tell you about what happened to him when he built that 10-to-1 product.
Oh,
Gail to open it up.
find that row.
Yep. Frank has a great testimony on it. Everybody here does.
Okay, let me get there.
When we heard our founder, Mark Seaforth's riveting story about his near-death experience because of a major heart attack, we were inspired. We were motivated when he explained how he set out to create a recovery plan, a plan to put together the perfect food to nourish and repair his body and the damage that had been created by that life-changing event. We were more amazed after hearing his heart doctor, a well-known cardiologist, detail the astonishing transformation and how Mark explained that he wanted to share this formula with the world. In fact, his doctor was so amazed at Mark's transformation, he joined our medical advisory board for this revolutionary product. When our founder called us to create this amazing formula, we saw it as a great opportunity to help people create a healthy lifestyle. A great opportunity that also posed a massive challenge. Our first major challenge was to find a powerhouse formulator with a track record in wellness who stands at the top of the industry. We managed to find a top-shelf, highly respected formulator with decades of successful experience in the wellness formulation area. He said this would be his greatest creation in this category. In fact, he was so excited about this product, he agreed to be our ongoing wellness consultant. So, world-class formulator. Put a check in that box. Our second challenge was to take the powerhouse 10 core products that Mark purchased each month for over $500 to create his perfect food regimen and put it into our formula at a reasonable price that people can afford. And we did it. With our vendor relationships and ingredient providers, we managed to create the perfect food with 10 wellness products, plus 27 vitamins and minerals. And we didn't cheat the percentages. We put 100% of everything you need to have the perfect food for the perfect body. And we did all this for less than $100 per month. One serving of this amazing wellness meal will cost you less than a basic combo meal at a fast food restaurant or a specialty coffee at your favorite coffee house. So we actually save you more than you spend. So, create a 10-in-1 wellness meal product for a reasonable price? Put a check in that box. The final challenge was to get the word out about this one-of-a-kind wellness product. We didn't want to spend a fortune on advertisement and major retailers. We decided to go directly to the public. We believe you'll become a testimony for this product by becoming a healthier you. The product will speak for itself. Your results are the only advertisement we need. So, get the word out? We will let you check this box yourself. You owe it to your family, your friends, and yourself. Start your journey to wellness today. It wasn't a challenge at all when naming this product. We simply called it what it is: the perfect food for the perfect body. PFPB.
Hey, Gail, could you take just a minute or two and find the science behind it? Would you show everyone just for a minute, please?
Yes.
Just everyone is science. Gail, go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, right below the video that I just showed you, there's downloads. And here's the science right here. I'm going to pop it open, and I think I have to change my screen here. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
You can see it. All right.
Yep.
Perfect. So basically, this is a great PDF just to send to people on the science. It goes into each of the health benefits that are provided, the 10 health benefits. And under each health benefit, it tells you the specific ingredients that are associated with that health benefit. So you have your cardio health and the ingredients that benefit your cardio health. Same here with the muscle strength. Your endurance and recovery ingredients are listed here. The gut health ingredients. So basically, you can copy this little URL up here, and then copy it and send it in a email, or I text it out all the time. Here's mood and stress, immune, skin and hair. And then the other nice thing about this is it has all the ingredients, has a supplement fact sheet, because people want to know what they're putting in their body these days. And, you know, I've had some questions on the milk protein and found out that they actually get this particular ingredient from New Zealand cows that are, you know, not treated here or not in the United States. So that's a very good thing to know.
Not pasteurized.
Yeah, exactly. So they use really good quality ingredients. This is a fantastic tool to just send out to people. And so just to kind of reiterate, when you go to your marketing, like when I send this link out for the PFPB, that's the page they see. So you copy this URL, you send it to somebody, and when they click on that URL, they get this beautiful landing page. And anybody can just order if they want to. If you're sending it to them, say, hey, try it, you know, just make an order. And so anyway, that's that little special thing you can send out as the science.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have you call in somebody about a testimony.
Oh, fantastic. Let me go down the list here and see. Oh, look at Astara is on the phone. Astara, or on the Zoom. Would you unmute, please, and give us your fantastic testimony?
Hi. There's two pieces to it. The first one is I went from a wheelchair when I hurt my foot on a Friday. They had to take me into the ER. And by Monday, because I upped the dosage of the SI Plus, unprecedented, like I usually would just take one in the morning, one in the evening, but I took three, and three each day. Then I pushed my walker away. But what I want to mention is leading into it, I was having plantar fasciitis where I was shuffling. I wasn't doing these walks like some people were talking. And I didn't need to let that creep up on me. I could have just upped the dosage. 3. I'm in a booth here at work. So anyway, that's it. I just want to let you know you can use the dosage that will get rid of whatever aches and pains you have. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Star. Thank you. That was awesome. Let's do one more, and then we're gonna go ahead and get ready to close for the evening. I'm going to have Rick Mooney. You're going to close for us tonight? We'll wait till after we do one more testimony. Then we're going to be on the top of the hour. See
Thank you, Bob.
Okay.
Thank you, Bob. Thank
Yeah,
you,
if you
Gayle.
could just hold on just a minute.
Oh,
We're
okay.
going to do another testimony one more and then we're ready for you. Thanks for being available.
And yeah, we're not taking any questions tonight. We're just going through our testimonies and closing out the call. So Nancy Funk, would you go ahead and unmute and share your testimony today?
Okay.
There she is.
Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah, when I started with Acai Plus, I was having brain fog and I was having trouble. My words were starting to garble and I was having trouble remembering how to spell words like reach and quit. I'd go, qua, qua. How do you spell qua? And my mother had dementia and I thought, oh no, I'm getting dementia. The fourth day on Acai Plus, that all cleared away. I could spell again and I could talk again without garbling my words. I was so relieved and thrilled. And then I kept keeping the Acai Plus. When the PFPB came out, I started drinking both of them. And first of all, I noticed my asthma. I was breathing so much better. I could swallow more and I could sing more words in the hymn book without having to take a breath in between every 2 or 3 words. But then the most wonderful thing was I got to thinking, it seemed like things were a little clearer and when I'm looking around and brighter. And I have macular degeneration eye disease. And, I'd been using a magnifying glass to read the label on my supplements and small prints on different things. And I thought, I think I'm going to see if I can read again. Anyway, I went in and got out one of my supplements and I could read the label. And I was so excited, I picked up another one and I could read the small print on it. And after the third one and I could read it, I ran to my phone and called my sister that has macular degeneration eye disease and says, Dorothy, you won't believe it. I says, my eyesight is better. And so she's now a premier member and she's ordered her PFPB and a Acai Plus and waiting for it to arrive. And I'm just so thankful for Jim and Terry Stahl and Gail and Dave Pike and all of those who have helped to mentor me and help me along the way and teach me, because I sure couldn't have done it without all of you. And I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much.
That was awesome. Thank you, Nancy.
Nancy.
Great testimony, everyone. You see all the guests on the call, the power of what the products that Acai has and the power that the product of PFPB has, and so many more too. We're going to go ahead and close it. Look like we're about 2 minutes in, and I know Rick Mooney, you can handle that for 2 minutes. If you go ahead and close, and we'll go ahead and call it a night.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate you, Bob. Appreciate Gail. Oh, everybody, you can't just say thank you to everybody, because there's so many people that are in this family. This is a family. And I want to tell everybody on this call, I drive a water truck every day. I get up at 5 in the morning. I drive a water truck in 105-degree heat, and I'm doing it. And guess what? I'm still achieving everything I need to in this business. You guys can do it. All of you can do it. All of you. I'm not trying to put it on right now. I'm telling you how it is. You can do it. If you bring 10 people into this deal for $14.95, are you kidding me? That's a couple of coffees at a Starbucks. You guys, please look into this, get with it, bring in 10 pods and watch what happens to your life please. That's all I'm out. The products are great. That's all I'm asking. That's all, Bob. I don't have a whole bunch of fluff tonight, bud.
You don't need it. You just said a word really terse. Thank you for the terse information. That was,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, he's awesome. You know, Rick, you'll be giving that water truck to somebody else here shortly. So that's
Yeah.
great.
Yes, sir. I'll be buying those, huh, and putting them to work.
Buy your own water trucks. Put somebody
That's
in
right.
the driver's seat. I love it. You
I
guys are
love it.
awesome. Everyone on this call, you're awesome. And we're going to be back again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern time. Bring some guests on the call. Just grow your business, have fun, and let them grow themselves. Have a great night, everyone. Love you all.